Welcome back. Friends, today's lesson is brought to you by the letters WTF and a restaurant phrase that apparently needs a tactical unit.
Is that cream sugar or constitutional panic?
In the maple den, the kettle starts to sing. Finnebear's carving little beavers out of string. Then the telly says a number has offended all the crown. So Mr. Button-Up adjusts his cardigan and writes it down.
86 means the special has gone missing from the list.
No more pie, no more fries, no more customer you've dismissed.
Then 47.
Well, that part is plain as day. The current U.S. president in the usual numeral way.
But somewhere down in Washington, the panic buttons rang.
A seashell joke became a plot with ominous brass band clang.
They found a phrase from diner slang and dressed it up in black.
Alert the agencies, the lunch menu is
Tacking back. WTF,
says Cassie with a sigh.
when does off the menu mean the republic's going to die? 8647.
Facts before the fright.
You cannot prosecute a slogan just because you hate its bites.
So breathe in deep, let the nonsense ventilate. We're not ordering violence.
We're ordering change through the gate.
Mr. Button-Up says,
Read the words for heaven's sake.
democracy's not a diner.
But the panic is half-baked.
A former FBI director posted shells beside the sea.
4 little digits.
Then a national emergency.
He said he never meant a threat,
Opposed violence all along.
but every cable news detective.
Found a thriller in the song.
86 can mean reject, remove, refuse, or throw away.
A word that cooks and servers have been using every day.
Yes, language can have sharper shades,
And context must be weighed.
but turning ambiguity to certainty is how a scare is made.
The loudest folks declared it was a secret-coded hit.
As though a beach had hired assassins.
And the mollusks planned it. Meanwhile, every waiter north and south just blinked into their trays.
Mate, we meant the soup is gone.
That's really,
All it says. WTF.
says Finnebear in plaid.
When did asking for accountability
Become a plot gone mad.
8647.
Let the record demonstrate.
Opposition is not violence.
And dissent is not a threat.
Keep the law for actual crimes.
Not headlines built on steam.
A free country cannot criminalize.
A metaphor or meme.
Mr. Button-Up says,
Facts are still the proper bait.
hook the truth, not frighten voters.
With a number on a plate. Friends, this is not a call to harm anyone. It is a call to use ballots, courts, journalism, peaceful protest, and the radical old-fashioned habit of reading context.
And maybe decaf for whoever called the press conference.
The numbers are a protest, not a license to abuse. And no democracy gets stronger when it punishes the views.
If you hear a phrase with meanings, don't pick only one that scares.
Ask who said it, what they meant, and whether evidence is there. We've got charter talk and common sense beside the fire like glow. A maple leaf lesson from the neighbors to the north. You can mock a kingly tantrum, you can challenge power's weight, without mistaking every criticism
For a criminal debate. WTF.
Let the evidence lead.
Not a fear-soaked fairy tale designed for ratings, votes, and greed. 8647.
No coded crime to see.
Just a messy little symbol
of political disagreement free. So pour the coffee, check the facts, and call a bluff a bluff.
when power fears a diner term.
Perhaps it's had enough.
Mr. Button-Up says,
keep your principles first rate. And 86, the propaganda,
from your civic dinner plate.
stay kind, stay Canadian. And if someone calls the soup a threat,
Please remind them it was already 86th.